Welcome to the Musco Center for the Arts. Take a moment and locate the nearest emergency exit to your seating area. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Elizabeth Holloman, the Executive Director of the Orange Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of the Chamber, the City of Orange, and our presenting sponsor, Chapman University, I am pleased to call to order the 2024 State of the City. Please join me in welcoming U.S. Congresswoman Young Kim, who will lead our invocation.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, everyone. Please join me. Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us this day and bringing all of us together in Orange for the state of the city. We ask for your presence in this room and your blessing on this gathering and everyone here. Psalms 136:1 says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever." We give thanks that you are a good and faithful God. Thank you for being our hope through even the toughest of times. Thank you for your mercy and grace. We ask for your blessings upon each of us. Give each of us the strength and fortitude to face and overcome challenges that come before us. We are thankful to be living in this freedom in the best country on earth, despite all the challenges we face. Lord, thank you for the city of Orange and for the leaders of the city who work every day to serve our community. We pray for your blessing, wisdom, guidance, and favor upon them as they lead and make critical decisions for our community. We give you all the praise, glory, and thanks. In Jesus' name, we pray.
Thank you, Congresswoman Kim. It is her birthday today, so please wish her a happy birthday when you see her. Please stand as we welcome our own Orange Police Department Honor Guard as they present the colors of the United States of America.
10, hit, forward, march, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left turn, march, left, right, detail, halt.
And please welcome Orange County Supervisor Vicente Sarmiento as he leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And please remain standing after the pledge for the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for the invitation to be with you. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce here in Orange and Mayor Slater and his City Council. Yesterday, coincidentally, we had the State of the District, and so I am so glad to be here and glad to have that partnership between the City of Orange and the County of Orange. So if you'll all please join me in pledging allegiance to the symbol of our democracy by placing your right hand over your heart and repeating after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Sarmiento. Please join us in singing our national anthem with our guest, Orange Police Officer Levance Reed.
Arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
March. Mark time. March. Left, right. Right turn. March. Left, right. Forward. March. Left, right. Left, right.
Please be seated. Thank you, Officer Reed. That was fantastic. And the Orange Police Department Honor Guard was wonderful again as usual. Now I'd like to introduce the Chairman of the Orange Chamber of Commerce, Rick Martinez, and Chair-elect Adam Carr.
Well, thank you. Welcome to the 2024 State of the City. We're so happy to have you here, and we want to thank you for taking time out of your day. I'm going to, well, each one of you are very special, but I'd like to point out and introduce a few special guests that we have with us in attendance today. I'm going to ask for your assistance, though. I'm going to call their names. I'm going to ask them to stand up, and would you please hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. We have with us today U.S. Congressman Lou Correa, Congresswoman Young Kim, California State Senator Tom Unberg, California State Assemblyman Avelino Valencia, Orange County Supervisor Vicente Sarmiento, the Honorable Mayor of Orange Dan Slater, Mayor Pro Tem Ariana Barrios, Orange City Council Member Kathy Tavalares, City of Orange City Attorney Mike Vigliota, Santa Ana Council Member Phil Becerra. From the Rancho Santiago Community College District, we have Chancellor Marvin Martinez, Vice Chancellor Enrique Perez, Trustee Dr. Tina Arias Miller, their Foundation Board Member Marianela Silva, Santiago Canyon College President Dr. Jeannie Kim, and from the Orange Unified School District, we have Trustees Anna Page, Andrea Yamasaki, Sarah Pelly, and Dr. Stephen Glass. Also from the district is Superintendent Ernie Gonzalez. From Assemblyman Philip Chen's office, we have Jenna Poffenberger. From Orange County Supervisor and Chairman Don Wagner's office, we have Pat Buttress and Al Tello. We have former Ambassador to the United Nations and the former Director of the United States Peace Corps, Orange's own, the Honorable Gaddy Vasquez. We have the Duke of Orange, Trevor Saunders. So let's give him a round of applause, and thank you for coming out here. I also want to take a moment to recognize the Board of Directors of the Orange Chamber of Commerce and the ambassadors, and I'm going to ask them just to please stand up, and we want to acknowledge them for all the work that they do for the Chamber, for the community. So if you could stand up, we'll give you a round of applause. The Chamber recently reinstituted a Orange Chamber of Commerce Foundation to do some good works in the community. And so we have some of the new board members. Would they please stand? Thank you. And of course, today's events would not be possible without the work of a lot of people. There's a committee that put all of this together. I'm going to ask them to please stand and be recognized. And we want them to know from our host, Chapman University, that we extend a very special thank you to all the various teams for all the work that you did to make this beautiful event today. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick. And it's my pleasure to thank the sponsors of today's event. First, I'd like to thank our diamond level sponsors, Rancho Santiago Community College District and Studio X Pilates. I would also like to thank our gold level sponsors, Santiago Canyon College, OUSD, Integral Communities, UCI Health, and Rexford Industrial. And thank you to our Orange table sponsors, SoCal Gas, the Outlets of Orange, Chalk, Seven Gables Real Estate, CR&R, Irvine Company, the OTPA, Watermark Properties, the Women's Club of Orange, MSI, and Pacific West Association of Realtors. Thank you now to our in-kind sponsors, shown on the screen, who provided us with special touches to make our reception extra special. And finally, thank you to our presenting sponsor, Chapman University, who supports the Chamber in all our events, from the Orange May Parade to State of the City. Without the support of Chapman and all sponsors, the Chamber would not be able to bring you the fun and community-building events that we do. Thank you. And now, please welcome Assemblyman Avelino Valencia.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Wonderful. For those of you who have joined us at this previous event, this is the part of the program where Chapman University President Dr. Daniel Strupa usually joins us to share a few words as the host and presenting sponsor of the event. Unfortunately, this year, he is out of the country, but he's recorded a video to greet us all with. As many of you know, President Strupa has announced his retirement on September 1st of next year. I want to take a moment to thank him for his generosity to the Orange Chamber of Commerce and the annual State of the City event over the many years. Each year, he is excited to host this event in the beautiful Musco Center we're in today, and enthusiastically supports important community gatherings like this one. Dr. Strupa, we greatly appreciate you and wish you the best of luck in retirement. Well deserved. Please roll the video.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Musco Center for the Arts. We are honored that Chapman University can continue to host and co-present, along with the Orange Chamber of Commerce, Mayor Dan Slater's annual State of the City address. Each year that we do so fills me with special pride for our beautiful city of Orange, as we welcome a truly remarkable group of individuals to campus and celebrate the people, businesses, and organizations that make our community so outstanding. As you may know, Chapman is known for its impactful research. What makes much of Chapman research so special is that we involve our students and we focus on our communities. In the past year, Chapman students and faculty have contributed to research that will assist the United Nations in their effort to respond to global water crisis. They work with faculty to seek and develop medicine and other therapies for a host of medical issues, and then even work to preserve indigenous languages. On a local level, I've always said that Chapman is proud to call Orange our home, and we want to give back in every way that we can. One of the best ways we do this is through the generosity of our students, who give roughly 100,000 hours of volunteer time annually. For example, this year, environmental science and policy students created a sustainability plan for the city of Orange that will ultimately provide the city with a critical tool they needed to obtain grant funding from state and federal sources. Our students also staffed a summer engineering academy for local middle and high school students that provided hands-on experience in a professionally equipped lab. Volunteer service is just one part of our commitment to the community that surrounds our campus. We recognize that financial contributions are also important. During the 2023-2024 year, Chapman University contributed over $600,000 to the city's general fund, parks, community services, and the Orange Police Department. Additionally, we paid property taxes to the tune of $1.5 million, which encompasses more than two-thirds of the residences we own in Orange. Finally, we built strong partnerships with local nonprofit organizations by sponsoring their program and providing space for them to use on campus, equating to over $200,000 worth of in-kind and monetary donations. Our partners, such as Orange Homegrown, the Orange Chamber of Commerce, and the Orange Unified Public School Foundations, are doing such incredible work in our community, and we are thrilled to be able to support their endeavors. It is a very exciting time for Chapman University, and as we look forward, it's time to imagine what's next for Chapman and the future generations of learners. To hear about our vision and our proposed specific plan amendment, please visit chapman.edu/envision. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your time on campus today.
Thank you, President Strupa, wherever you are in Italy. You might be wondering, what's with the hat? Well, it is close to Halloween, but I'm wearing it to invite you to come to the Foundation's Blood Orange Ball next Thursday. It's going to be a fantastic party. Costumes not required, but encouraged. So it'll be a lot of fun. Please check it out on the Chamber's website. Very fun party, and hope to see you there. So, commercial's over. Back to reality. The Orange Chamber has had an event-packed year, led by a talented staff and dedicated volunteers. In January, Miss Orange stole the scene with a dazzling smile and a gown so serene. February followed with cheers and with shouts. The second Duke of Orange was crowned, his singing leaving no doubts. Leadership Orange started out right with a new class that is graduating tonight. March arrived with fresh excitement in the air, new member orientation, and a VIP dinner beyond compare. The City Council breakfast at the Hotel Fair was a hit, with the mayor and council roasted and toasted in jest and wit. April brought forth a pressing debate. The downtown merchants' parking conundrum was great. Microtransit and other solutions were planned to keep parking woes from growing out of hand. May saw the parade, quite out of the blue, with a May the 4th theme in an orange galaxy too. The Orange May Parade marched down the street with Star Wars flair for our city so sweet. In June was the month for rewards to bestow. The Shop Local program was ready to go. Open rewards and a community cheer to support local shops both far and near. July's highlight was the board installation dinner, a celebration where our new board was the winner. August brought mixers and ribbons galore, cutting and networking and so much more. September hummed with networking delights, from B&G lunches and eggs and issues, interviews bright. Connections were made and ideas took flight, with months of networking both day and night. October wrapped it all in grand display, State of the City, and awards came our way. Citizen of the Year and businesses so bright, celebrated with pride. What a splendid sight. So here's to the months and the highlights they bring, from January's charm to October's grand ring. Orange Chamber of Commerce, a year to remember, with events and celebrations that we'll always treasure. This is my final rhyme, as I bid you farewell. The Chamber's in good shape, I'm sure you can tell. So please welcome, with the warmth of a supernova, the next Executive Director, Patty Cordova.
Good afternoon, everyone. How lucky we are to have someone in our lives who makes saying goodbye so hard. Luckily, today we get to say a see you soon, not a goodbye, to our beloved Executive Director of the Orange Chamber, Elizabeth Holloman, who, as you've heard, is just retiring in a few years' time. Few weeks. You're not, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Something about wanting to travel the world and spend time with her family, or something equally outrageous like that. I serve as the immediate past chair of the Orange Chamber of Commerce, and it's my honor to share a few words today about our fearless leader who's done so much for the city we all know and love, and I'm hoping I can do this without getting choked up about it. During Elizabeth's tenure as executive director, she's partnered with the city on several initiatives to increase economic development and has created unique and meaningful opportunities to engage our community with the important work that the Chamber does. It's under her leadership that the Chamber has flourished and continued to grow into the well-respected institution it is today. Frankly, it's been nothing short of impressive to watch. But these accomplishments are only one part of what makes Elizabeth shine. I can personally attest that what makes her an outstanding leader is her work behind the scenes, the quieter work that doesn't get as much attention. She advocates for the well-being of her staff at every opportunity. She sets the tone for an incredibly respectful environment in the boardroom. She supports innovation and growth with an equity mindset, always looking to include other voices who may be missing from the table. These are just a few of the things I admire about Elizabeth in a professional sense. Now, Elizabeth, as we know, is pretty much as authentic as they come, so it's nearly impossible not to get to know her and admire her on a personal level as well. She's creative. I mean, this woman just wrote a rhyming poem for you this afternoon. Who really does that? She's resourceful and trustworthy and kind, and she has an unmatched sense of humor that keeps us all going during the difficult times. So what I'm trying to say, albeit a little bit verbosely, and forgive me, I work in higher education, so we're a little chatty. On top of being the Chamber's chief executive, Elizabeth is just hands down a fantastic human being, one who so many of us are proud to know. So Elizabeth, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you for everything you've done to make our community a better place to live, to have fun, and certainly to conduct business. The impact you've made will be felt for years to come, especially through our new executive director, Patty, whom you've mentored. We know that you and Walter are going to enjoy many great years ahead, writing the next chapter of your story, and knowing you, that chapter will be anything but boring. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. We'll miss you. Everyone, can you please join me in giving one final warm round of applause for Elizabeth Holloman?
Yeah, thanks everybody. I'll miss you.
We're going to wrangle her back in. Don't worry, she'll be back. Okay. All right. Please welcome back Rick Martinez, and also welcome his better half, his wife Rebecca Martinez, fellow board member, as well as fellow co-chair of the Leadership Orange program.
Thank you. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you. For the last 32 years, the Orange Chamber of Commerce has hosted or put on a program called Leadership Orange. 32 years, and there's been now a total of 403 individuals that have graduated. Can I, by a show of hands, could you, if you were an alumni of Leadership Orange, could you raise your hands, please? Oh, wow, that's pretty good. Thank you. All right, so this program, we just completed this last session. It was 8 weeks. And these members right here are graduating today. And so Rebecca and I want to say that it's been our pleasure to co-chair and facilitate this last session. And we want to recognize these individuals for their taking the time out of their busy lives to learn more about how our city operates and what it is that makes this city so great. I also want to just take a quick moment to thank so many organizations from the school districts, the colleges, the hospitals. We got a behind-the-scenes tour of so much stuff that you would not imagine takes place in the city, and we want to thank all of those people that organized that for us. So at this time, we'd like to present their diplomas, and the first one, pardon me, is Vijay Akumari Bhaskar. The next is Connie Chan. The next is Kimberly Hale. Dr. Jason Lamani. Isaiah Leslie. Adrian Olmos. Jason Parks. AJ Ricky. Brandy Romero. Bart Cepeda. Bill Scott, I don't think he's here, is he? Okay. Hannah Sullivan. And Jason Williams. Now, several of our elected officials have prepared certificates of recognition for their accomplishments, and we're going to be awarding those after backstage here. But I want to thank you all for your participation, and now as graduates, you join an illustrious group of people. So thank you. Congratulations. Thanks. All right. Oh, there you go. So now, would you please join me in welcoming Congressman Lou Correa, who will announce the 2023 Orange Citizen of the Year.
Good afternoon, everyone. How many Orange High School alumni are here today? Come on, be proud, make some noise. You know, every year the Orange High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC goes to visit me in Washington, D.C. Like clockwork, they're there. That's why I'm wearing the shirt that they gave me the last time they were there. Promise I made to them, promise made, promise kept. I'm here today to recognize our 2023 Citizens of the Year, who is a consummate community volunteer. He's helped many organizations in Orange, especially Orange Unified School District. When you've got a need, he's the first volunteer there. He's devoted thousands of hours to the service of many others here in the city of Orange. And he also gives financially to many nonprofits that are in need. His extensive list of community services include Governing Board of GOCAT, President of the Orange High Vocal Music Boosters, and he films the city's tree lighting ceremony and 3rd of July event that all of us go to every year. And he has started no less than 5 nonprofit booster clubs to support Orange High School. And he's a guy that you call when you need photos, videos. He's the man. He's the person who will organize volunteers that will actually show up. And he assists in tech needs, video systems, churches included. In other words, he's the real deal. He is the consummate volunteer. He's constant, giving, and selfless. He truly is one of the reasons the city of Orange is such a great place to live. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2023 Citizens of the Year is Aaron Jacoby. Aaron. Come on, let's make some noise. He deserves it. standing ovation, Aaron. And I'll tell you, when you're on the stage of that July 3rd event, you better follow his directions. Otherwise, give him a round of applause, Aaron. Thank you. And your children also went to Orange High School, right? Conflict of interest. His children went to Orange High School. Thank you very much.
Okay, forgive me. Aaron, by the way, congratulations, so well deserved. And now I'd like to present the 2024 Business of the Year. The 2024 Large Business of the Year goes to the Hotel Farah. The Hotel Farah, formerly known as the Doubletree Hotel, has added a touch of class to the west side of Orange with refurbished rooms and a patio with a river running through it. They added the Pearl Craft Bar and Kitchen, an award-winning restaurant. Since remodeling, the Hotel Farah has been very active, an active member of the Chamber. They've hosted the Chamber's City Council Appreciation Breakfast, and they donated hotel rooms for the Orange May Parade to the staff that we had to bring in to put on that large event. They also donated 2-night stays twice for the Chamber installation gala auction and hundreds of bottles of water for the parade participants at the May Parade. They've also donated cookies for chamber member ribbon cuttings, and the Hotel Farah is a beautiful hotel and a popular choice for the visitors to Orange. So please welcome Maria Evans, General Manager of the Hotel Farah. And on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, we want to present you with the 2024 Large Business of the Year Award. And now the 2024 Small Business of the Year goes to the Duchess on Cambridge. The Duchess on Cambridge is a haven of beauty and class. It's a unique experience and a treasure to the shoppers of Orange. Each room in the historic home on the corner of Chapman and Cambridge is meticulously decorated with seasonal and room-specific items that are hard to resist. The Duchess is a generous supporter of the Chamber of Commerce, and besides being a parade sponsor since 2019, Shelley Kim, the owner of the Duchess, is the presenting sponsor for our Duke of Orange. She's had the privilege of crowning both of them. Shelley's donated her car for the parade. She has created gorgeous gift baskets for the past 3 installation galas and has provided elaborate centerpieces for the Duke of Orange event. Shelley's generosity extends to Orange nonprofits such as the OTPA and the Women's Club of Orange. So please welcome Shelley Kim, the owner of the Duchess on Cambridge. And now the Nonprofit of the Year Award for 2024 is awarded to the Women's Club of Orange. The Women's Club of Orange, also known as WCO, was formed in 1915 as a philanthropic, easy for me to say, organization of women dedicated to the promotion of friendship and service in the community and to the world. They currently have 258 members, making a positive impact in Orange. The Women's Club of Orange is a valuable community resource. The chairwoman and their committee the committees work tirelessly to provide educational, recreational, and cultural activities for the membership while raising funds to support many worthwhile charities and philanthropies in the area. The annual flower show held each spring is one of the largest women's club events and has been an ongoing tradition since 1937. The club's contributions and support are focused on, but not limited to, the areas of literacy, education, women's health issues, victims of domestic violence, veterans, and the environment. In the early 1900s, the WCO held a fundraiser to raise money to purchase the fountain for the plaza, which is now located in front of the Orange Public Library. The WCO celebrated their clubhouse 100th anniversary in September, and it's the home to many memorable events, including galas, the Duke of Orange, and so many other activities. So please join me in welcoming Carol Allen, the president of the Women's Club of Orange, to accept the award as the 2024 Nonprofit of the Year Award. Congratulations to all the award winners, and thank you to our elected officials who graciously provided certificates of achievement for all of our winners. Now, please welcome California State Senator Tom Umberg.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Rick. Oh my goodness, look how many elected officials are here. This is amazing. Federal, state, local, county. Lou's here. Lou's everywhere, so not that special. But you almost would think there's an election coming. You would almost think that. Let me first thank the leadership of the City of Orange for something very special and very personal to me. Last year, you may recall that there was a incident where a gas line broke. 51-year-old gas line broke at a complex called La Vida, leaving 600 residents without being able to take a shower, without any gas to cook, in a state of a great deal of distress. And the challenge was that I see head shaking. The challenge was that Homeowners Association didn't have reserves in order to fix it, and then they were paralyzed. And so for 4 months, this situation continued. And the city leadership stepped up, and I'll brag a little bit, with our office to provide some sort of remediation here in the short term, hot plates and places to take showers and those kinds of things. Especially Councilmember Dimitru, who really was a champion in this effort, along with lots of other folks. But as a consequence of that, I introduced a bill, SB 900, to make sure that this situation didn't happen again other places in the state, to make sure that a homeowners association basically and the management would be in essence compelled not to leave folks in distress for a period of 4 months. And it was a controversial bill, and because of the folks here in Orange, because of the city leadership here in Orange pushing the legislature to enact it, it was enacted just a month ago. The governor signed it. So thank you all. Now, it's my job to introduce our guest of honor. And I think most of you know him and know the factoids that are part of the mayor's life. But what you didn't know, I guess, at least I didn't know, you know when you're driving down the 55 on Saturday, you see those folks in the orange vests cleaning up trash? You thought those were folks working off their DUI? I don't think it's the case here, but that at least a couple of Saturdays a month, that's Mayor Slater out there cleaning up trash on the 55. That's the mark of somebody who's really, yeah, you go ahead and clap. They're clapping for you, Mayor, not the trash. So he is the essence of the city of Orange. As you know, he's third generation here in the city. Graduated from Emmanuel Lutheran School and Orange Lutheran High School, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Cal State Fullerton. And after graduation, he began his real estate business here and became an expert in all things concerning real estate, an expert on all things concerning the city of Orange. He lives in Old Town in a 1923 California bungalow that he restored. God love you. He's been on the city council, served as the city's mayor pro tem. In 2022, he was elected mayor. Longtime member of the Orange Rotary Club, served as president of the OTPA, president of the Orange Chamber, serves on the Measure S Citizens Oversight Committee, appointed by the Orange School Board to oversee school bond expenditures. He's an usher at St. John's Lutheran in downtown Orange. And this is really a testament. This is a testament to what a servant leader is all about. Now, if this name weren't already taken, I would call him Mr. Orange. But that name apparently has already been taken. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to our servant leader, our guest of honor, Mayor Dan Slater. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take the bond. Yeah.
Thank you, Senator. It's really a blessing to have such great leaders in California, and Senator Umberg is certainly an example of what that looks like. So I have several thank yous I'd like to give out before we get going, and the first one is to the Orange Chamber of Commerce, and especially to Elizabeth Holloman. Elizabeth brought the chamber back after COVID, and she has really remade the Chamber of Commerce, and I appreciate her so much. She's been a pleasure to work with. Thank you, Elizabeth Holloman, and congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. I'd also like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for hosting this annual event. They do such a great job, and we just appreciate them so very much. I want to congratulate the awardees, especially our new Citizen of the Year, Aaron Jacoby. Congratulations. We have two council members here, Mayor Pro Tem Ariana Barrios and Council Member Tavalares, and I wish I could introduce the rest of our council members, but our State Attorney General, Rob Bonta, recently determined that a State of the City event could not have a quorum of council members present. So unfortunately, only 3 of us could be here. Go figure. So there you have it. He's not here. He's under the weather today, but I wanted to give a special thank you to our city manager, Tom Casella. Tom, I know you'll see this later, but you have proven yourself to be a true leader in every sense of the word. And on behalf of myself and the entire city council, thank you. Today we'll take a look at what we've accomplished this year, the challenges we face, and what we're doing to overcome them. I always like to start with good news. Old Town continues to get a lot of notice and was again voted best downtown in Orange County by Orange County Register readers. As a reminder, Orange County has 34 cities. California's largest National Register Historic District also hosts the county's favorite institute of higher learning, Chapman University. The best fair or fall festival, the street fair, and the best farmers market held every Saturday from 9 to 1 on West Palm Avenue. And I'm curious, little audience participation by a show of hands, how many of you think we should charge for parking in Old Town's core business surface streets? Okay. How many of you think we shouldn't? Okay. How many of you really don't care? We are, in fact, studying this. Revenue projections are estimated to be $1.2 million a year, and that doesn't even include enforcement. Paid parking is actually favored by most of our Old Town merchants as it improves parking for everyone. On our east end, San Diego Canyon Community College, at 30,000 students, is ranked number 1 out of 9 Orange County community colleges, and is ranked number 8 out of 116 California community colleges. Prices are reasonable. I think we should all sign up for classes. East Orange also boasts the largest and best equestrian community in the county, at nearly 25 miles of outstanding trails, People in the know say it has the best equestrian trail system in the entire state, maintained entirely by Orange residents. We have 3 cutting-edge hospitals. I could go on. Although Orange has more than 140,000 people, our strong values and community spirit make what is a large city feel like a small town. This past year has held some serious budget challenges. More on that in a few minutes. But despite our city council being forced to make incredibly difficult cuts, in true Orange fashion, many nonprofits, businesses, and community members immediately came forward to ensure Orange continues to provide the events that make Orange, Orange. Therefore, not one community event has had to be cut. As a little tease, the narrator for December's tree lighting event is a Broadway and Tony nominee. You'll find out who she is later. Over the past year, utilizing the limited resources available to them, our hardworking city staff members accomplished many organizational goals. Beginning with the city manager's office, they recently finished the citywide strategic plan, which has not been updated since '08. It will serve as a roadmap on how best to serve our residents and businesses. They also formed the San Diego Creek Commission to advise on preserving the natural resources and enhancing recreational amenities in and around our central park, San Diego Creek. They secured grant funding, including $2 million from State Senator Tom Umberg and $1 million from Assemblymember Avelino Valencia for our Homeless Resource Center. Thank you, Senator and Assemblyman, so much. In our efforts to secure grant funding to sustain and even enhance operations, one of the great new services that we were able to offer directly benefits our community seniors. You may not be aware that the Orange Senior Center provides significant services in our city. The center is run by Catherine Conahan and Cammie Merritt, who are here today. Now, Orange is helping our seniors go about their day with ease through a program we've coined Go Orange, which is entirely grant-funded by the Orange County Transportation Authority. More than 500 seniors are currently registered in this program, including Adriana DEI, who's here today and is also in this video.
For 83-year-old Adriana Dijon, getting to the market or her doctor's appointments used to be a problem, but not any longer.
Go Orange!
Thanks to the Go Orange Ride program offered by the City of Orange's Senior Center, seniors in the City of Orange can now get some much-needed help. Jerry Vieira is the transportation coordinator at the Senior Center.
Of course, I can do that for you. Tuesday at what time?
So our Go Orange program is part of our senior mobility transportation program. Helps our seniors get around town to grocery store, pharmacy, doctor visits, and here to the Senior Center. So there is an application process for new seniors that are joining the program. They would have to prove that they're over 60 and just fill out an application. Once they're approved, they can purchase ride tickets or vouchers. A booklet of 6 tickets is $5. And they're good for anywhere in the City of Orange.
The Transportation Mobility Program utilizes the OCTA bus system, as well as taxis to get seniors from point A to point B.
Very good experience because, parking is difficult around here, and to have something like that where they'll come right here and drop you right off at the door, and the same thing going home. Come and pick you up, take you right to your house.
At least twice a week, Adriana Dijon uses one of her vouchers to take her by taxi from her home to appointments or shopping or her favorite place, the Senior Center.
And then I thought, well, I'm on the age that I said, no, I don't want to drive anymore. Okay? I want to go with the vouchers and let somebody else drive me.
I absolutely love working with the seniors because it's great to meet wonderful people. I get to help people all day long, and the seniors are a wonderful community to assist.
The vouchers changed my life. I can go everywhere. I don't have to sit home.
Thank you, Orange Senior Center. Okay, let's talk about our police department. Yes, let's give them a hand. Our police department continues to provide outstanding services. Just some of this year's achievements include, and I'm really happy about this, an overall 12% decrease in crime, which includes both property crimes and violent crimes. And our businesses will be happy to hear this. One of the best improvements was a 38% drop in commercial burglaries from 281 to 175. These are closed businesses that have just closed for the night. Yes. They adopted a new license plate reader technology called Flock. Flock has proven to be an indispensable investigative resource and is responsible for the apprehension of countless criminals. Last year, I said the police department was having a hard time hiring parking enforcement officers for street sweeping because people don't enjoy being yelled at all day. The Orange PD, with council's approval, has now contracted this service out to a private contractor. Revenue from street sweeping enforcement alone is expected to be between $1.5 and $3 million annually, and it will commence very shortly. So don't park your car on street sweeping day. The Traffic Bureau conducted DUI and driver's license checkpoints. Last year, Officer Yash Patel arrested 307 impaired drivers and was recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Driving for being the highest DUI arresting officer in the entire state of California. So if you don't want to meet Officer Patel, after the public weighed in, we recently brought back crossing guards to our public elementary schools. However, we've now contracted this service out also. The city is ahead financially since we aren't providing medical coverage anymore, and the police no longer have to oversee the program, freeing them up to pay more attention to reducing crime. Thank you, Supervisors Sarmiento and Wagner, for financial assistance to help bring this important service back. The Homeless Outreach Program and Orange Police Department have successfully provided resources to more than 800 homeless individuals. The police department also developed ongoing collaborations with Orange County Mental Health, Be Well, the Psychiatric Emergency and Response Team, and the Crisis Assessment Team to provide continued engagement and outreach to our city's homeless population. As a result, I'm happy to report that homelessness is down in Orange. But we still have work to do. Interestingly, the homeless tell Orange Police they prefer Orange to other cities because our city is cleaner and safer. We're also happy to inform them that the shelters are also very clean and safe. The fire department responded to a total of 17,927 incidents in 23. They completed the first full year of an enhanced ambulance program. To assist with the increasing call load, the fire department added an additional ambulance and brought in ambulance operators who are paid a lower overall rate than firemen. Not only were we able to decrease ambulance response times by 1 minute, critical when you're unconscious and not breathing, but the net revenue for the ambulance program in 23 was $1.9 million. So the program is actually making some money. They responded to regional emergencies, including the airport fire, with reimbursements coming from the state of California. Most recently, we deployed urban search and rescue specialists to the East Coast following Hurricanes Helene and Milton, with reimbursements coming from FEMA. Next, our Public Works Department. Our Public Works Department has made several effective traffic improvements, and you may have noticed they made equipment upgrades and timing adjustments to the signals on Tustin Street. A before and after study shows a 20% reduction in vehicle delay and a 10% reduction in fuel consumption along this major orange corridor. They added a left turn signals north and southbound at Chapman and Batavia intersection, and they added a second eastbound left turn lane at Chapman and Hughes to improve traffic flow and reduce queuing on eastbound Chapman. Besides maintaining our streets and city infrastructure, Public Works removed more than 110,000 square feet of graffiti. They planted more than 900 trees in city tree wells. Our water department supplied about 20.4 million gallons of clean water per day to our Orange customers. Our Public Works Department also manages our brand new Adopt a Street program. This program allows Orange residents and organizations to adopt assigned blocks and keep them clean by removing litter and weeds. Thanks to our participants, 3.7 miles of sidewalks and parkways in Orange are maintained monthly by these volunteers. To sign up, go to our city website, cityoforange/adopt a street. It's free, and you'll even get a sign with your name on it. Community development. They completed the entitlement process for key projects, including Chapman University's Institute for Quantum Studies at the historic Killefer School site, now under construction. They finalized construction for projects including Zinc Cafe downtown, our third In-N-Out Burger and outlets, Chalk parking structure, St. Joseph Medical Building on South Main Street, and the Ronald McDonald House expansion on South Batavia, to name just a few. We have a number of exciting housing projects in the works. The Orion is a senior housing complex that broke ground at the corner of South Tustin Street and La Vida, the old Rio site, earlier this year. The Orion will consist of 166 apartments catering to low-income seniors. Catella Terrace on East Catella near Smart and Final is bringing 74 units of affordable senior apartments. It will open soon. After many years of delays, construction is about to begin on the Orange Heights development east of Jamboree and up to the toll road. The Irvine Company will build 1,180 single-family homes while preserving 90% or 6,600 acres of the original Orange Heights for permanent conservation and public open space. Today, these lands offer public access to extraordinary wilderness, including Saddleback and Red Rock wilderness areas, right in our own backyard. Another housing project involves redevelopment of the former AT&T building at the corner of Cambridge and Catella with a 48-unit single-family small lot subdivision. Construction is expected to begin soon. Then there's MSI. Earlier this month, the Planning Commission approved a new corporate headquarters building for MSI at the corner of North Batavia and Grove in North Orange. The new 40,500 square foot three-story building will spark reinvestment and inspire high-quality architectural design in our industrial area. What is MSI, you might ask? MSI is a family-owned business that began in the basement of their Indiana home in 1975. The family had the foresight to move to Orange, and today their business has grown to over $2.8 billion in annual revenue and supports over 400,000 jobs worldwide. It's the leading distributor of flooring, countertops, and wall tile in North America, located right here in Orange. I wanted to acknowledge the hard work of our code enforcement staff. Last year, I reported that our code enforcement had eliminated illegal street vending, which were encroaching on our own businesses. Once that was accomplished, code enforcement went after all the unlicensed short-term rental operations in the city and eliminated them as well. In February, we saw the reopening of the Hilbert Museum of California Art. The Hilbert is across the street from our train station downtown. It was expanded to triple its size with 26 galleries, a research library, and outdoor courtyard. It's one of our gems in the city and was recognized by the Orange County Register as the best museum in Orange County. And it's free. We're also pleased to announce that the 15-acre former sand and gravel pit, also known as Chandler Horowitz Pit, located at the intersection of San Diego Canyon Road and Cannon, is being donated to Orange to be preserved as natural open space. It's a huge addition to Orange's Central Park, and it will also spare East Orange residents from 70,000 truck trips over 5 years to fill it, which was the plan until this year. Community services. 10 pickleball courts will soon be built at Hart Park. We hope to break ground in early spring. Funding for this project came from a $2 million federal grant through Congressman Lou Correa's office. Once this project is completed, we'll have a total of 15 pickleball courts in Orange. Not nearly enough, but a start. We also have a new park in the works. Congressman Lou Correa also helped us secure $850,000 in federal funds to develop a brand new park along the Santa Ana River, just south of Chapman Avenue. Our thanks to Council Member John Demetru for his tireless efforts in advocating for this park. And we will finally have a skate park at Grijalva Park. Construction will begin this coming summer, and it will be funded entirely by park development fees, mostly from the Orange Heights project that was already prepaid. While we're on the topic of parks, I would again like to recognize the Women's Club. You may have noticed how much better the roses look at Hart Park and in our plaza. The Women's Club approached me when I became mayor and asked how they could help. I took note of the fact that they conduct an impressive flower show every spring and asked if they'd like to maintain the roses at Hart Park. They jumped at the chance. After the fountain was damaged, I asked if they'd like to maintain those roses also. They happily agreed. Our rose gardens have never looked so good. So thank you again, Women's Club. And speaking of our historic Plaza fountain, I received a call early one morning last March from City Manager Tom Casella that a car had run through the plaza and severely damaged our fountain. Bollard installation that had been delayed due to rain was just about to get started when this happened. A car thief from Kern County had recently been released from jail and thought he would try stealing a car in Orange. One of Orange's finest spotted him and a pursuit began. Obviously, this thief had never been to Orange before. Shockingly, he suffered only broken legs and, of course, more jail time. Thankfully, it was before dawn and no pedestrians were hurt. You won't want to miss the first few seconds of this video.
Back in March of 2023, we had a car accident here in the plaza, which resulted in a car basically driving through this fountain. My team is tasked with working with our community development department to repair this fountain. It is historic, so there are other steps that we need to take that preserves the historic nature of this.
The Plaza Fountain was constructed in the 1930s. With a near 90-year history in the circle, there was no doubt the Plaza Fountain would be restored to its full luster. However, that history came with layers of oversight to preserve the legacy of not only the fountain, but the original handcrafted work that created the fountain.
As a historic landmark, we do have requirements that we need to meet for the interior design standards to make sure that it does remain historic. We want to make sure that everything matches perfectly, the colors, the glazes. We want to make sure that when this is all said and done, it's like nothing ever happened and it looks like it has in the past.
Over the course of a few months, crews began to strip away and remove the broken tiles and concrete and then sandblast the fountain. As that was happening, California Pottery and Tile Works in Los Angeles was entrusted with the task of recreating and matching the old tiles, right down to the colors and glazing look. Since the mid-1930s, when the original tiles were fired and laid, rules and regulations have changed, making this new project, well,
It's challenging matching the old tile. Of course, we can't use the ingredients that were used back then to make the glazes and that kind of thing, but we've done many projects like that.
one of those who has a keen interest in the project is Mark McCandless, president of McCandless Tile. A third-generation business owner and tile setter, Mark's grandfather, Charlie, did the original work on the Orange Plaza fountain in the late 1930s.
I think it was funny. This is funny to me. One of my guys was driving through the circle to my shop, and he called me in the morning and just said, "Hey, someone's in the fountain." And I was assuming someone was like swimming or goofing off or doing something. And he called me back a little later and said, "No, someone hit the fountain." So I want to go ahead and snap this line.
After the painstaking give and take to get the color of the tile to match as closely as possible, McCandless and his team began the process of restoring the glory to this proud monument. After a little more than a year of grit and drought, it was time to rededicate the Plaza Fountain back to the people of the city of Orange.
I know it's been a long time coming. We're excited to finally be here to reopen our Plaza Fountain. Yay! We're going to count down to the fountain being turned on. I'm going to ask our Mayor Pro Tem, Ariana Barrios, who represents Old Town District 1, to flip the switch when we get to 1. So, you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you have it. Another statistic the Orange Police Department is proud of this year is 0 plaza drive-thrus. I'll also give Public Works credit for that too. Now for our challenges. As the plaza restoration shows, Orange is resilient, and while the city has different perspectives and experiences, know that we are working, City Council has different perspectives and experiences, know that we are working together and tirelessly to meet the challenges. It is no secret the fiscal year 24-25 budget has required us to make difficult decisions. We are continuing to face financial struggles. This budget strain is far from new and has been around for at least 14 years. Causes consist of easier to understand issues, like the fact that brick and mortar retail is giving way to online sales, keeping revenue flat while costs for labor, materials such as pavement and city vehicles go up. A more complicated issue, not uncommon in many cities, but still unacceptable, is that our unfunded employee pension obligation has grown to over $280 million and is costing the city about $16 million a year in debt service. But instead of kicking the proverbial can down the road, we have a council in place now which is determined to right our financial ship and make sure Orange is fiscally responsible. 12 other North Orange County cities have already passed or have on the November 5th ballot measures to raise local sales tax, most more than the modest half-cent on the Orange ballot. Reduce salaries, some say. Know that salaries for police and fire, which is 70% of our budget, are just at median, and we still lose trained police officers to higher paying agencies nearby. The rest of our employees are at least 10% below median. In the last year, we have frozen positions and are currently operating with over 40 vacancies. We have made reductions across numerous service areas, including $510,000 to library services, $550,000 to citywide maintenance services, and $400,000 to a variety of administrative services. This is not to mention the maintenance our city has deferred, which includes more than $13 million in improvements to city facilities and infrastructure, more than $13 million in city and public safety vehicles since 2017, and nearly $4 million to city parks. When Fire Station 1 downtown had to be replaced because it was determined to be seismically unsafe, a $25 million bond had to be floated because we didn't have the money to pay for it, further increasing our debt. Overall, the adopted fiscal year 24-25 budget represents a general structural deficit of $7 to $11 million, growing to an estimated $26 million in 5 years without additional revenue. City departments will continue to take all necessary measures to limit expenditures. However, new strategies will need to be employed to shore up our operating deficit. In the meantime, the city will do as much as we can with the resources available to us. Orange is also finally identifying ways to broaden our revenue generating capacity through economic development. In the last year, we put an economic development director in place, and he's working diligently to bring new businesses into our community. These efforts will strengthen our local economy and help diversify our sales tax revenue so we can weather changing economic conditions. Here are the 4 key strategies implemented so far. Number 1, West Catella. We are excited to see that the multi-billion-dollar Orange County Vive development is underway just across the river in Anaheim, and we are working hard to develop our own complementary district on the orange side of the river along West Catella Avenue. The firm City Thinkers is helping us work with property owners in the district to create a vision plan for the area. The firm Civic Brand is developing place branding and place-making elements, and we are working with the firm Cosmont to identify the policies that the city can adopt to accelerate the development of a vibrant district focused on hospitality, entertainment, and housing. Number 2, Economic Development Roundtable. When it comes to economic development, you need a broad range of experience and expertise to develop the programs and policies that will grow the economic pie in Orange. Our Economic Development Roundtable brings together a diverse group of community members that includes a former mayor, a former council member, the Chamber of Commerce, business owners, developers, and representatives from important institutions such as Chapman University. Number 3, Orange Tourism Council. A great way to support our businesses is to bring more visitors to stay, shop, eat, and experience all that Orange has to offer. We have recently set up the Orange Tourism Council, which includes representatives from hotels, the Chamber of Commerce, the outlets at Orange, the Hilbert Museum, and other stakeholders to promote tourism in Orange. And number 4, Shop Local program. We have partnered with the Orange Chamber of Commerce to develop a program to encourage residents to support our local businesses by offering monetary rewards to those who shop and dine in the city. More than 900 people have already signed up for our Shop Local program, and we've received great feedback from local business owners. So, despite our challenges, we're working tirelessly to improve the circumstances we find ourselves in today. We are working together as a city, and we are working with our partners like the Orange Chamber of Commerce to meet the challenges before us. So to conclude, while the difficulties that lay ahead of us are clear, I'm confident that Orange will come out of these challenging times stronger. These tough circumstances have forced difficult conversations and have required us to rethink how Orange provides services and programs. Excuse me. Although challenging, it has underscored the unique and defining features of our city, whether it be the dedicated community partners that have selflessly stepped up to continue city programs and services, or the substantial revamp of our city's economic development program. The bottom line is that Orange stands tall, and we are taking steps to meet the challenges before us. Although it may not be tomorrow or even next year, Orange will get through these circumstances, and we will be better for it. The silver lining that has emerged from the past year is the guarantee that no matter what, Orange will always have people, whether community members or dedicated city staff, ready to do the hard work to serve this city. If we remain committed to finding solutions and working together, I'm confident that we will persevere through our challenges and affirm why Orange is and will remain the best city in Orange County. This concludes our program. Please stay for the wonderful reception in front of the Musco, and thank you again for coming.